They called me a disgrace. A naive fool who let a convicted felon into our home, into my heart. My father's voice still echoes in my mind, angry, broken, filled with disbelief the day I confessed. You were going to elope with him. The man who stole from your best friend's family. Using you as his pawn. The humiliation was unbearable. I saw the disappointment in my father's eyes, the coldness in the neighbors' whispers. Our family name, once respected, became a target of scorn. Everyone said we'd fail, that I'd never recover from such a betrayal. I felt shattered, cast aside by the very people I loved. But the moment I left, something inside me ignited. I refused to be the victim in my own story. I wasn't going to be the girl who lost everything, who let pain define her. Instead, I chose to rise. I knew I had to prove them wrong, not just for their sake, but for mine. I became obsessed with uncovering the truth, peeling back the layers of lies the man had woven around us. Every stolen dollar, every secret transaction was a thread I followed relentlessly. Nights blurred into days as I collected evidence, my heart pounding with a mix of fear and fierce determination. It wasn't easy. Trust was a fragile thing, and I was constantly reminded of how deeply I'd been deceived. But with every document I uncovered, every witness I persuaded to speak, my resolve grew stronger. I wasn't just fighting to clear my best friend's family's name, I was fighting for my own redemption. The pain transformed into purpose. The betrayal became the fuel that powered my every step forward. Years passed. I returned home not as the broken girl they had once pitied, but as a woman forged in the fire of adversity. I stood before the same people who had doubted me, their eyes wide in disbelief as the authorities moved in, arrests made, justice finally served. The man who had used me was exposed for the criminal he was. The family he tried to destroy was vindicated. But the real victory was quieter, deeper. I looked at my father, not with anger or regret, but with a calm strength. You said I was a disgrace, I told him softly. But I found my worth in the ashes. I am no longer defined by your doubts, or by his lies. The weight of years lifted from my shoulders, replaced by an unshakable confidence. I had become unstoppable, not because I never fell, but because I chose to rise every single time. My story didn't end with betrayal, it began with a fierce, burning clarity that justice wasn't just about punishment, it was about reclaiming my own power. And in that reclamation, I found something no thief could ever steal, my spirit, my resilience, my truth.